Well, aloha, friends. It's great to meet with you once again. I was planning on being on a little more open road by the time this thing started, so I got a couple of turns in traffic that I'm gonna be navigating real quick here, and well, that was easier than I thought. I'm glad. Aloha, aloha, aloha. What I'm gonna be doing for the next little while, probably until I lose signal. I got some information I want to share, and I got some benefit that I want to share. Being that I am driving, I'm going to have my eyes on the road more than I'm going to have it on you. And I do welcome some comments as they come in. Hey there, Ian. Great to see you, brother. So I am going to start with the vast majority of people who see this are going to be seeing the replay. I'm going to ask you, as soon as you hear this point, because this video is going to be in front of a lot of people who don't know me, and I'm going to say some things that are going to be very weird to them initially. If you have been touched by my work, like Ian, if you've been touched by my work, if you've been benefited by my work or benefited by my work, I don't really care, then I would really invite and ask if you would take a moment to just comment and say what benefit you've gotten out of the work that I do. I would really, really, really appreciate it. And it'll let the people who are landing on this video and hearing me say these maybe seemingly far out things, they're going to be able to get a whole lot more out of it too. They'll have a lot more reason to listen. All right. So as I said, I do have a couple turns to navigate. The bottom line is that I have discovered some things that can truly help you to make your life utterly miraculous. If you're suffering, I have discovered some things that can help you to make life a lot less suffering. And if you want, make it miraculous. It's really up to you, and it's always possible. I have now, I've invested over $300,000 and well over 30 years on my own self-help journey. And I discovered a lot in the process of that. Since then, I have been able to create a business that I call Level 5 Mentoring, where we have now helped over 250,000 people. Absolutely miraculous and amazing to think that I was in the hell that I was in for the majority of my life. Spent $300,000 on my own self-help journey. My life got worse and worse and worse. And when I had my awakening experience in 2011, since that moment, to have been able to meaningfully touch and help over 250,000 people, yeah, I am just freaking ecstatic about it. I am truly thrilled. Now I'm looking for a place where I can pull over and park. And I don't hold back. To put it mildly, when I start helping folks, I don't hold back. I give it 100% of everything that I got. And I am going to do this Facebook Live with the purpose and intention of helping as many people as I can, as much as I can, and I'm not going to hold back. I got some stuff to share that could be the most miraculous, beneficial thing that you have experienced thus far in your life. Hey, Loretta. Welcome. Hello. Hey, Tallulah. Aloha, my friends. Now, those of you that I see the comments that say Facebook user. So I'm using an app called StreamYard that lets me go live in multiple places. Forgive me for taking a couple of minutes with this. I just want to make sure we have the highest outcome here possible. I'm using an app called StreamYard that lets me go live in multiple places simultaneously. If you have not clicked on their little tab that says, click here to give us permission, then I won't know who you are. And I see this, I love you, Brian. You reminded me to use my quantum physics. Okay, so those of you that are typing in, and I'm seeing Facebook user, please click the StreamYard permission so that I can greet you if that's the case. All right, okay. So let me get straight to the meat here. Sorry, vegans. There are some questions that you can ask that can change your life probably faster and easier than you have any reason to dream or imagine. And there's a reason why questions are the thing, okay? What you know is what you get. You are infinite, unlimited, eternal being. You are the source of your universe. You are the creator of your universe. You know, there's 3 common spiritual quotes that everybody's tossing around. Everything is energy. You create your reality, and all is one. And all my spiritual friends love to say that shit. But to say it and mentally get it and not be able to live it, to find yourself where you're frustrated, it's not working for you. Okay, all is one, but where's my shit? You know, and everything is energy, but money is fucking hard. And all is one. And I know I create my reality, except for that bad shit over there. You know, that global shit, you know, that evil corporation over there, you know, that evil trillionaire that's doing all that shit. No, I'm not creating that. You can't have it both ways, friend. Either all is one, everything is energy, and you're creating a reality, or not. And I find that the reason you're getting what you're getting that you don't want is because of what you know. It's what you think and believe that you know, tangled up with all the emotions that you haven't wanted to feel. Now, I'm not going to do a 22-hour live stream. I'm not even going to do a 2 or 1 hour live stream. I am going to go for a bit here, and I'm going to give you the keys in the briefest way that I can. All right, I got 28, almost 30 people viewing right now. If you would say hello, say howdy. I do see some comments coming in. Those of you that have been benefited by my work, if you would please type in what you have gotten from my work. What have you gotten from this stuff that's actually helped you? Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Elizabeth. So glad you're on. Hey, TJ, aloha. Now, CC, here's some comments coming in. Hey, Angus, love you, buddy. I'm living the life I dreamed of now thanks to Brian's workshops. Dude, I love you, man. I'm so glad you're on, Angus, and I'm grateful to watch you living your life like this, man. Hi, Katie, aloha. All right. So, what you are the creator of your universe. It's a fact. But here's the shit. When you fell asleep, knowing what you know, believing what you believe, sure of what you're sure of, when that happened, as it happened, you became certain, you began to know some things. And as you begin to know things, being that you're the creator of your universe, what happens is you get endless evidence of what you know. In a way, I say, the vast majority of people, even spiritual fucks who say all the right things, oh, namaste, yeah, you create your reality, blah, blah, blah. Even those people, and I was one of them for many, many years, don't believe that they're creating your reality. And because you don't believe you are, you're not. What you're doing is you're endlessly reflecting every conclusion you've ever reached, every decision you've ever made, and all the feelings inside of you that you haven't felt and allowed to dissolve. Now, you know, here's what's trippy. 30 people on with me right now. Aloha, everybody. If you have spent, and let's have a bit of interaction. I'd like to get this video in front of some people. If you've done a lot of inner work, type it in that you've done a lot of inner work. If you've done a lot of inner work and not had the results you want, type it in and you'll be in the vast majority. If you've done a lot of inner work and it didn't work, and then you got into some of my work and you found out, oh my God, this shit actually works. Please type that in so other people know. But here's the deal. When I help people, not only do they get results where they never got them before, I help them to turn on what was true in all the partial shit that they ever learned everywhere else through channeled work, law of attraction courses, shadow work, shamanic stuff, medicine ceremonies. I help people turn all that shit on and bring it into fruit. Now, I want to give you the mechanics right now. And the one concern that I have is the fact that this is free. You will almost definitely undervalue it. So you're like, oh, come on. I mean, this dude's wearing a fucking hippie shirt, sitting in his 4Runner in a parking lot. Come on, man. How much good shit? I mean, come on. He must be bored. He must not have anything to do. No, it's not that. It's that it's the end of the year. We're coming up on New Year's Eve. My business is growing and expanding while I'm watching a lot of people not. I'm in a place where I want to help as many people as I possibly can. I hear you. Ian says nothing I say is ever undervalued by you, my friend, but it's easy, and I don't blame anybody. I could have thought the same thing. Okay. So when I give you this, the first reason you could undervalue or underestimate it is because, you know, who the hell is this guy just talking with a weird haircut, sitting in a parking lot, talking in his car. Number two, well, it's free. And number three, the simple fact that what I'm sharing with you is so simple. I would expect you to discount it, and I would encourage you not to. All right. So here we go. What you know is what you get. The universe is not physical. It's not out there. The seeming physical universe is a mirror. It's a multidimensional mirror that can only do one thing, being that it doesn't actually exist. It can only do one thing. And I'm going to use the example of a physical mirror. You walk up to a mirror. My question to you is, does anything in that mirror exist in the mirror? Does it actually exist? That's a fucking reflection. That's all it is. Now you say, well, Brian, there's a piece of glass with some foil behind it. I'm not talking about the mirror. I'm talking about, is there anything in the mirror that exists? No, it's just a reflection. What you call the universe and all these spiritual bullshit teaching by well-meaning spiritual teachers and gurus and people that watch The Secret 5 fucking times and call themselves an expert, and then they go start a coaching business. But despite what they all say, this mirror is only showing you what you think and believe that you know to be true, and the feelings in you. In other words, you are consciousness. You don't have a body, and there's no physical universe here, and there's no universe out there. I was starting to say what the gurus say, like, oh, the universe has your back. You know, when you think the universe when you think that the devil hates you and the universe is hating you and that you're living in fucking hell, it's probably a step up to start to believe, well, the universe has my back. You know, the universe is about vibration. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. All these complex systems of bullshit, and you wonder why it wasn't working for you. Now, I don't need you to take my word for it. I don't expect you to take my word for it. I don't want you to take my word for it. I invite you to consider for a minute. What if this is truth? What if there is no physical universe? What if everything from your body, which seems like the center to you, doesn't it? Let's be honest. What if everything that you experience from here out to the farthest star and beyond, what if it's just a mirror of your consciousness mirroring back to you everything you think and believe that you know to be true? You think about that for a minute and watch what happens. The way that I ask it with my clients, people that are going deeper into the work with me, I'll ask them this question. Is it possible that what you perceive to be a universe, starting with your body and then all the way out, is actually just the reflection of everything you think and believe that you know, tangled with all the emotions that you have resisted feeling and dissolving? Is it possible that what you believe and perceive to be a universe out there, no matter how convincing it is, that's just a mirror image of how incredibly powerful you actually are, source of the universe. Hey, aloha, Carl. Great to see you. Love you, man. Always love you, brother. So much appreciate you. So you are so incredibly powerful, being the source of your universe, that you're here to create endless universes. But when you fall asleep believing things, and you forget you're creating your universe, you stop creating your universe. Now your universe is just mirroring to your consciousness over and over and over and over forever. No limit to how many lifetimes this can happen. It's reflecting back to you everything you think and believe that you know, and all the emotions that you're resisting and denying and repressing. It's all reflecting back to you. So you look out in the world and you ask psychopathic questions like, why do bad things happen to good people? There's no bad things happening, and there's no good people. Aloha, Nikki. You're mirroring back to yourself what you believe. Now, here's the trippy part, and I'm going to start to make this make sense where you can use it. What if everything that happens then is you acting in your own best interest, reflecting back to you what you believe so that you can choose again? What if what you think is a universe where all these things are happening and shit's happening to you and all this bad shit's happening to you, What if that's not true? What if everything seemingly happening is the mirror reflection on an infinite dimensional mirror reflecting to you everything you think, everything you believe, everything you know, to bring your attention and awareness to become aware of what it is that you think and believe that you know, so that you can choose again. So knowing it don't do you no good. Fighting it sure as hell don't do you no good. So because all of your efforts to change and fix all the bad in the world is you creating it, having it reflect back to you because you believe it, and then you try to fight against it. And the analogy that I like to use for this, welcome, aloha, everybody. One more time. If you have been blessed or benefited by my work, I would greatly appreciate it if you would type in a comment and state what this work has meant for you. How have I been able to help you? You read my book, you've done a course with me, maybe you did some one-on-one time with me. I'm really wanting to help and touch as many people as I possibly can with this live stream. My purpose, this is end of the year live stream. I want to help and touch and benefit as many people to the infinite aspect that I can. I ain't offering no links. You can't buy nothing. I ain't got nothing for sale. I'm just here to help, and I would really like to. So those of you that have been helped, been benefited, if you would type in and say what kind of results you've experienced from my work. And if you're in one of my groups, you'll see a link that says StreamYard, to give StreamYard permission to see your name. Please click that, because I keep seeing this thing that says Facebook user. It doesn't let me see the names. Okay. Now, here's the analogy that I use. It's a mirror. If you were to walk up to a mirror and you saw a scowling, frowning face looking back at you, and then you went up to the mirror and shit, I don't like this. So you tried to reach out to the mirror and adjust that scowling, terrifying, horrifying face to a smile. It would only take you a second or two to look and go, this shit ain't working. this ain't working. But you don't like the frown and you don't like the scowl, and you're already feeling off balance because you're not present. So you keep trying to fix the fucking mirror. Y'all, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You can't fix the mirror by reaching to the mirror. You change what's in the mirror by thinking, oh, wait, what is that I'm seeing in the mirror? Oh, that's a reflection of me. How do I want it to look? How do I want it to be? You begin to become present. And since what is reflecting in the mirror, you're welcome, thank you, that is Nielsen, love you, thank you. Since what is reflecting in the mirror is what you think and believe that you know, and all the feelings you ain't feeling, then the way to change what's in the mirror would be to question what you know. And I have spent over $300,000 on my own self-help journey over 30 years, tens of thousands of hours. Self-help was not a luxury for me. It was not an interest. I was going to fucking kill myself because my life was so fucking miserable. And I wanted to kill myself. If I didn't have kids, I would have done it. Spent tens of thousands of hours working on myself. Every course, every seminar, everything that I found, all the DVDs. I did the Sedona method, and I went and tried all the law of attraction crap. And I watched The Secret 47 times. I watched What the Bleep Do We Know 922 times. And I went to the Tony Robbins seminars, and I went to spend 10 days with Deepak Chopra, and I could go on and on and on. And my life got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse because none of it was addressing the roots. 2011, January 3rd, 2011, 10:30 in the morning. I had an awakening experience that changed everything. In the 13 years since that moment, I have touched and helped over 250,000 people with what I have discovered. And I'm giving you the essence core of it here. That the universe doesn't exist. There's no out there. There's nothing physical there. It's a simulation. It is a multidimensional mirror of everything you think and believe that you know, the vast majority of which is hidden from you by you in the unconscious because you don't want to feel that shit. And you've developed all these strategies and techniques for trying to change the mirror, which will be doomed to fail forever. Because what you're getting is merely the memory reflection of what you know. So the way to unmake it is to not know. Now, that sounds great, Brian. How do I not know when the shit's still happening? Well, there's an angle that I found, a wedge, if you will. Hey, Paula, I'm so glad you're digging this. I found a wedge. I found a type of question that I consider to be the second most powerful question in the entire universe. Now, to tell you what that is, I'm going to back up a moment and I'm going to say that there is the most powerful question in the universe, which is, what do I want to experience now? Now, y'all, listen, those of you that are with me, I got almost 50 people on right now. Those of you that are with me, I swear to the God that I am and you are, to our true selves, I promise you, and I don't expect you to believe me, I am pouring diamonds in your hand. The only difference is diamonds are actually worthless. They just fooled a lot of people to believe they have some value. I'm pouring diamonds and gold and platinum and silver and lots of minerals and miracles into your hands, whether you receive them or not. Am I going to do what later? Say what? Q&A later. I really don't know. I'm about to run out of gas. It's hot where I am, and I've got my air conditioner on, and so I'm probably going to stop. And I will come back to the. I will come back to this and answer some questions. There's some people commenting. I bought your course, your book, with access to the mini courses. Absolutely amazing. Feel great. It works. Thank you, Nikki. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, make sure y'all friend me if you haven't already. And I will come back and answer some questions in the chat here. So to give you these diamonds in their simplest form, and just encourage you not to overlook them and not miss them, and don't undervalue this, just for your own sake, please. Okay. The most powerful question in the world is, what would I like to experience now? That's the most powerful question in the universe, because you are the infinite, unlimited, eternal being of eternity, projecting into the illusion of time and space to have experience. I could give you a lot more about that if you get my book. I don't know, it's $7 or $8 on my website. But I told you, I ain't trying to sell anything today. But it's there, and I go really deep into the story. I've done tons. I got probably 800 hours of free videos on YouTube. None of it's old. None of it's dated. It's all valuable. You'll get benefit out of it. But for reasons that I won't take all the time to go into right here, other than the simplest, the most powerful question in the universe is, what would I like to experience now? You've been told not to focus on you. You've been told that's selfish. You've been discouraged from using your imagination because you created a universe to convince you you're not infinitely powerful, and they just did what you asked. But when you go to do this, the minute you begin to say, well, what would I like to experience? You come face to face with the mirror reflections of everything you think and believe that you know. I shouldn't, I don't deserve. If I take, then they're not going to have it. If I do get what I want, they're not going to like me. So you come face to face with your reflection. And up until now, you've been sleepwalking. So when you saw those reflections, you went, oh no, see, I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew this was going to happen again. I knew that every time I go to blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. So this leads to the second most powerful question in the universe. And that is, how is this for me? When something happens, when you skin your knee, when you get raped, when you break a tooth, when your honey says, well, we got to talk, when you get the slip from work that says you got 2 more weeks, the worstest thing that you can imagine isn't. It's the mirror reflection showing you what you think and believe that you know, giving you a chance to feel the feelings that you've been avoiding, so that you can wake the fuck up and choose to reflect something else. But when you fight it, resist it, and go, oh, why me? I knew it's gonna happen. You just added to the mirror. The stuff is happening in the mirror to get your attention, to bring your attention to what you think and believe that you know, and the feelings you're avoiding, so that you can choose again. But instead you sleepwalk and you do it again. So if you will ask the question, how is this for me? And you mean it. How is this for me? Well, what am I talking about? How is what for me? Well, I just got told that they told me I have cancer. Okay, so how is this for me? I just got told that I have 2 more weeks at work. How is this for me? I just got told my honey don't love me no more and they're going away. How is this for me? You bring that focus and that curiosity to what happened, seeking to understand how this event is for you. What is the benefit to me? The first benefit, I don't want to spoil it for you. The first benefit is always going to be, what emotion am I feeling right now? This occurred to give me an awareness that this feeling is inside of me. Now, here's how you sleptwalk through that one. You and everybody else on the planet up until now, including me. You would get that news and you say, oh, it made me sad. Oh, she broke my heart. Oh, he pissed me off. Oh, they just fucking betrayed and abandoned me. Blame, 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 blame. That is not seeking, how is this for me? From curiosity and breath and presence, you look at what happened, you get clear about it. Not they abandoned me, not they betrayed me. This person did X. They did that. I just got a ticket. This just happened. Simple, straight, just the facts, ma'am. And when you look at the facts, how is this for me? First of all, what feeling am I feeling right now? And you will be in a place to discover something that almost nobody knows. Nothing that ever happens can make you feel anything. It happens to reflect the feeling that's already inside of you so that you can feel it and heal it. Oh, but Brian, you don't know. She pissed me off. No, she didn't. She did what she did. The anger in you reflected. So I'll go one step further with this. I'm really close to running out of gas. I'm gonna have to go across the street and gas up here in just a minute. When you look at the situation, you say, okay, what happened? Well, she did that and it pissed me off. You could ask this as a related question. Is there any possibility that the anger in me caused her to do that? Is there any possibility that the fear in me showed up as that tumor on the x-rays? Is there any possibility that this sadness that I feel in me caused him to break up with me and leave me? In other words, so I could feel this sadness. Now, that's still rooted in a lie of cause and effect, which is the biggest lie in the history of humanity, next to a couple other things that I won't mention right now. It's not true that they did it and made you feel anything. It's also not true that you felt it and made them do it. Those are two mirrors on two different dimensions of the mirror. The feeling in your body and the event in your universe, seemingly separate two different things. They're the same thing on two different dimensions. It shows up in your mental body as the thoughts you have about it. It shows up in your emotional body as the feelings. It shows up in your physical body as the sensations. And it shows up in your universal body as the event. None of which is real. It's all a multi-dimensional mirror of you and everything you think and believe that you know, reflecting back to you, giving you a chance to feel those feelings so that you can own them, feel them with full awareness, and dissolve them in your breath and presence. First most powerful question in the universe: what do I want to experience now? Then go for it. Second, notice what happens. Oh, I don't like that. Why did this happen to me? Oh, wait. How is this for me? Well, what did it give me a chance to feel? Holy shit, I've been feeling that for years. This event happened so I could finally feel this feeling and feel through it, dissolve it, be done with it, and be on the other side, and it never has to happen again. Oh my God. Third most powerful question in the universe. You're going to notice as you go on your journey, and I'm almost done here. You're going to notice as you go on your journey that you're going to encounter people that are just going to irritate the living shit out of you. They are going to make your skin crawl. They are going to make you want to run away. They are going to hurt your feelings. They're going to backstab you. They're going to lie to you. They're going to fuck around on you. They're going to stick the knife in and twist it just when you trust them. But they're only doing it, and they're only doing it to reflect to you what you already believe so that you can choose again. So when you see someone doing something you don't like, when there's someone that really bothers you, when there's someone that just, whatever, if you would sit down and ask yourself, how is that me? And here's what I mean by that one. How do I do the exact same thing or something very similar and I wasn't letting myself see it? How is this me? How do I do the exact same thing or something very similar to it? And I was hiding and avoiding it so that I couldn't see it, so I could dodge it. And they're showing up as a mirror of me to make me aware that this is something that I think bothers me. And the only reason it bothers me is because I believe that it exists. And if it's giving me a chance because I'm the creator of my universe, then anything that shows up that I don't want is actually me showing up to remind me of what I think and believe that I know and all the feelings I'm avoiding so that I can choose again. Now, if you combine that with deep, conscious, present breathing, your life will change beyond what you think possible. And that's a promise. I'm right at 30 minutes. I'll come back for some Q&A. I'm going to head across the street, get some gas, and I'm going to head home. I might do another live on the way home. May take some questions. Those of you that want to keep an eye on my Facebook here for a bit. What I want to do is I want to ask and invite, if you would please comment if you haven't already. Those of you that have been benefited from my work, you know what to do. Please comment and let people know. There's a plus and a minus to what I'm doing. When I use this app, it lets me go live in a lot of different places. If I went live in one place and I had 100 comments, that's one thing. If I'm going live in 7 places and the 100 comments are spread out, it actually dilutes it, and Facebook says, not that many people are interested. So if you were benefited from this, if you're inspired by it, if you appreciate me taking a minute with you, and I sure appreciate you taking a minute with me, if you would comment on this, share it, like it, give me some hearts, and let other people know that you enjoyed it and benefited from it. I want to get this out to touch as many people as I possibly can. And I will close with this. 2 things. Number 1, there's nothing wrong with you. There never was. What you are can't be wrong. What you are doesn't include wrong. What you are, love you, Jonathan. What you are can't be wrong. It doesn't include wrong. It doesn't have wrong. Wrong isn't in you. There's nothing wrong with you. You don't have any faults. You don't have any flaws. That's a bunch of bullshit that you programmed into your universe. You know, no pain, no gain, and nobody's perfect. You invented that when you created the universe. None of it's true. Don't believe your creations anymore. Question them so you can create again and step back once again into being the actual creator of your universe instead of the sufferer from your mirrors. And the second insight, I did an ayahuasca ceremony quite a while back. And at this ceremony, I had an insight sitting by the fire, and I will share it with you to close this. If you've ever wanted to experience more love in the world, if you've ever wanted to experience more kindness in the world, if you've ever wanted to experience more beauty and warmth and just sweetness and gentleness and kindness from other people, shit like that, you know, little stuff like that. If you've ever wanted and desired that, you will benefit from what I'm about to say. Sitting by the fire, deep in reflection, and I had this image of an infinite, unlimited, eternal being who has fallen asleep thinking they're a human on a planet. And they're going through their life looking for kindness, looking for sweetness. Congrats, Diane. I would love to hear about it. Love you, lady. Let's talk afterwards. Let's talk after it. What timing, right? Thought about you earlier today, too. And so I saw this infinite, unlimited being creating universes and then kind of getting lost in its universe for a while, as we do, forgetting that it's creating its universe and sitting in its loneliness and its sadness and in its misery, wishing, praying that it could find some kindness in the universe, that it could find some sweetness in the world, that it could find some love and gentleness and kindness in the world, forgetting that it hadn't put any in it. And if you want to find creator of your universe, if you want to find and experience something, you got to put it in your universe. And you can start today pouring kindness and generosity, love and sweetness into the universe. You can start pouring it in right now. And in my universe, that's what I just did. Aloha. I welcome your feedback. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Love you.